News at 5 starts right now.
First at 5, aerial spraying is set to begin again this week to kill mosquitoes potentially carrying EEE.
Yeah, that dangerous mosquito-borne illness. And this time there isn't an option for homeowners to opt out of that spraying. Our Derek Francis joins us to explain. Derek?
Yeah, guys, last year Michigan had a record number of human cases, 10, with 6 fatalities in Michigan. In fact, that was worse than the previous 10 years combined. And unfortunately, the threat of the mosquitoes isn't going away this year.
A warning Monday from Dr. Janae Caldoun about potentially topping last year's record number of cases of eastern equine encephalitis here in Michigan.
This year, while we've not identified any human cases yet, the number of animal cases identified to date is twice what we had last year at the same time. And so what this means is that we know the mosquito is active and humans are at risk of getting the disease as well.
To date, 22 cases have been found in horses, all believed to be fatal over 10 Michigan counties, including 1 case in Kent County, 1 in Barry, 2 in Newaygo, and 7 in Montcalm County.
Those symptoms include headache, fever, chills, vomiting, and if it progresses, seizures, altered mental status, and even death. And up to a third of those who are infected with the virus will die, and many who survive will have long-term brain damage.
That's why the state will be spraying about 290,000 acres in those affected areas starting Wednesday night for 3 to 5 days, depending on the weather.
Aerial treatment can quickly reduce the number of mosquitoes in large geographic area, which in turn can reduce the risk of exposure to the EEE virus among humans. There'll be a twin-engine plane that travels at 175 miles per hour, about 300 feet off the ground. That plane is equipped with ultra-low volume sprayers that dispense very fine aerosolized droplets. These droplets are smaller than the head of a pin. They drift through the air column to kill adult mosquitoes on contact.
The product is the same they used last year, Maris 3.0, a product partially made from chrysanthemums. But unlike years past, there is no opting out of the spraying this year.
Due to the serious nature of EEE and the risk to human health, the Michigan Department of Agriculture and Rural Development, in consultation with the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services, found it necessary and appropriate to temporarily amend the rule on notification and participation for community pesticide applications for mosquito control. Notification and exclusion requirements are waived as the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services Director has determined a waiver is necessary to protect public health.
Now, again, guys, the important thing to point out here, to date, no human cases in our state. That is the good news. And while the spray is considered safe, as you just heard there, you are advised to have your pets inside after 8 o'clock in the nights that your area may be sprayed. And if you think you may have some sensitivity to the insecticide, close the windows. Also, maybe shut off the air conditioner if it brings outside air into your home. Now, if you'd like more information on this, including a map to see if and when your area will be sprayed, just go to our web article or go to michigan.gov/EEE. Live in Jenison, Derek Francis, Fox 17 News.
All right, thank you for that, Derek. And EEE is already impacting sports schedules here in the area. It's the first week for high school football in West Michigan, and we've learned that Zeeland West and Wyoming have both moved up their game times to 5 p.m. The state health department is recommending schools change their schedules to avoid being outside at dusk for that reason, as many did last year, but it is also not mandatory.
Well, partly cloudy and calm to start the work week. And if you've looked up, you might have noticed some haziness in the skies.
Yeah, certainly. And we saw lots of pictures of the sun coming to us from a lot of viewers because it was so spectacular, Todd. But the reason for it really is quite grim. It's those wildfires doing it out west.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. The wildfires out west, the smoke being carried here, and those wildfires, serious business, a lot of damage, loss of property out there in the western United States. But we can see the haze in South Haven as well as we take a look outside, the sun being filtered by it. The lake looking pretty calm itself, but we do have some bigger waves coming tomorrow. The satellite and radar composite showing a pretty quiet picture here, needless to say, across West Michigan and across the entire region really right now. So we're not expecting any rain tonight, just some of that haziness out there. Temperatures on the cool side right now, with most of us sitting in the mid to upper 60s. We should be topping out still right around 74, 75 for a high at this time of year. That's the long-term average anyway. So things have been on the cool side, feeling a little bit more like early October with those highs today only in the mid to upper 60s. Currently, the warm spot is Benton Harbor at 70 degrees. So we'll be right around 64 at 7 o'clock, 60 at 9, and 56 at 11 p.m. So if you open up the windows tonight, don't open them too wide because it's going to be very chilly out there. And this morning was quite cool. We had most of us bottoming out in the low 50s. Kalamazoo, GR, Three Rivers all at 51. South Haven, at least at the airport, this is a little bit inland from the lake, bottomed out rather at 49, and we hit 52 for a low in Muskegon. Tonight looks just as cool, if not cooler, but